Fazario, and this right next to me right here, this is my cactus whose name is Christine. And Christine likes to listen to my stories. Hey, I was just getting ready to tell Christine a story right now. So listen carefully and get comfy, cause here we go. I used to know two brothers, everybody, and those brothers were named Bob and Doug McKenzie. And Bob and Doug McKenzie, one day they decided that they should have their own TV show. But Bob and Doug McKenzie, they weren't ready to have their own TV show. They didn't know how to make a TV show. They were not ready. But they didn't worry about that, everybody. No, they didn't. They went ahead and made their TV show anyway. And they learned how to do a TV show as they went along. And because they didn't know how to make a TV show, Bob and Doug's TV show wasn't very good sometimes. It was a little bit messy sometimes. But Bob and Doug, they didn't worry about that too much. No, they liked mistakes, right? They liked the mistakes and they had a good time because they were brothers and they got along so well. Well, maybe they didn't always get along, Christine. Maybe sometimes Bob and Doug would argue a little bit, like brothers do. But even though they were arguing, the show was still good. And here's why. Because Bob and Doug were brothers and they loved each other. And even though things went wrong sometimes and they might argue, the show would still be good because Bob trusted Doug and Doug could trust Bob because they were brothers. You see, they didn't even have a plan, those two brothers, Bob and Doug McKenzie. Sometimes 2 minutes before the show, before their TV show came on, they would just come up with a topic and then they would turn on the cameras and then they would just make stuff up about the topic, right? And sometimes the topic was about Canada, right? Because that's where Bob and Doug McKenzie lived. They would make a topic about Canada like back bacon or something like that. And they would just start talking. They would just start talking to each other, just like brothers do. And it was messy sometimes, and sometimes it was funny, and sometimes they would argue, and it was a good show. And everybody who watched that show loved Bob and Doug McKenzie. They loved them, and they loved the show because everybody who watched the show, Christine, everybody who watched the show that Bob and Doug made could tell that these two brothers loved each other. Okay, there you go, everybody. That's the story of Bob and Doug McKenzie. Now, before we go, let's do something together. Let's all take 3 big breaths and think of 3 good things. All right? Here we go. My name is Link, Moondog Fazario. See you next time.